Hello, esteemed viewer. Welcome to our tutorial for today. In our math class today, we are going to find the value of y in this expression, y minus 1 raised to the power of 2 over 3 equal to 4. If you are new in this channel, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also press the notification bell so that you can get notified once we upload our latest mathematics content. And don't forget to share this video with your colleagues. Before we get started, I would like to tell you something noteworthy about this equation we'll solve today, and advise that you watch this video to the end. Now let's get started. To get started, first of all, we need to find how to clear this exponent, the power. So to do that, we'll have to multiply the both sides of the equation with the reciprocal of that exponent. So we'll have our y minus 1 raised to power 2 over 3 multiplied by the exponent of that reciprocal of that exponent will be 3 over 2, and that will be equal to 4 raised to power 3 over 2. So from this expression, this will cancel this and this will cancel this. So we'll be left with y minus 1 equal to 4 to the power of 3 over 2. Now to solve this further, what we need to do is to simplify. We'll have our y to be equal to, this expression goes this way, to give us, that will be equal to 4 to the power of 3 over 2 plus 1. And y will be equal to, if we simplify this, there are two ways we can go about simplifying that. We'll have our 4 to the power of 3 over 2 is either we find the square root of 4 and then raise everything to the power of 3, or we raise 4 to the power of 3 and then we'll find the square root. Whichever method you use, you're going to get the same option, the same value result. Now let's look at the first option. So this will give us 4 to the power 4 square root of 4 raised to power 3 plus 1. So our y will be equal to 4 square will give us 4 to the power of 3. Square root of 4 will give us 4 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 3 plus 1, and that will be equal to 8 plus 1. And that invariably will give us make our y to be equal to 9. Now come to think about it, this same equation, if we input that into the initial expression, we are going to find out that this value for y is correct. But do you know that there is another solution to there one way of solving this in such a way that you are going to get two values of x. Now be very note this when solving questions like this. If we are given that same expression, y minus 1 to the power of 2 over 3 equal to 4, we can solve this in such a way that we'll also have two results. Let's take this to be y minus 1. Remember, this power can still be equal to 2 multiplied by 1 over 3, and that will be equal to 4. To simplify this whole expression, we can multiply both sides with the power of 3, and that will give us 2 times 1 over 3 times 3, and this will give us 4 raised to power 3. Why discuss this? The result will give us y minus 1 to the power of 2, and that will be equal to 4 raised to power 3 is going to give us 64. Now, having gotten that, the next thing we need to do is to, in order to clear the square, we're going to square root both sides. So if we square root both sides, we'll have our y minus 1 to the power of 2 to be equal to, due to the square root sign, we'll have plus or minus square root of what? 64. So this square will clear the square root, and then we'll have our y minus 1 to be equal to plus or minus square root of 64 is going to give us 8, plus or minus 8. So from this expression, our y will be equal to 1 plus or minus 8. So that will give us, this will now make our y to either be equal to 1 plus 8, or it can still be equal to 1 minus 8. So our y will be equal to 9, which we got initially, or our y can be equal to minus 7. Now again, come to think about this. Let's check our results to find out if this is correct. If our y is equal to 9, then from that expression, we'll have our y minus 1 raised to power 3 over 2 must be equal to 4. Now let's put our value to be 9. We'll have 9 minus 1 raised to the power 3 over 2. This expression will give us 8 to the power of 3 over 2, and this value will give us the square root of 8 all to the power of 3. Having gotten these two results for the value of y, we want to check if these two results will be correct. Initial equation we are given a y minus 1 to the power of 2 over 3 to be equal to 4. Now let's check out for the value of y equal to 9. If y is equal to 9, we'll have our y minus 1 equal to 2 over 3. And this will give us 9 minus 1 all to the power of 2 over 3. And that will give us equal to 8 to the power of 2 over 3. And this will give us the cube root of 8 all to the power of what? 3, of 2. So the cube root of 8 is equal to all to the power of 2. The cube root of 8 is equal to 2, 2 to the power of 2, and that will be equal to 4. So we see this first result is is correct. Now let's try that for the second value. When we'll have our y to be equal to minus 7, then our y minus 1 raised to the power 2 over 3 will be equal to minus 7 minus 1 all to the power of 2 over 3. And this will give us minus 8 to the power of 2 over 3. That finally will give us the result, minus 8 square all to the what? To the cube root of 3. And minus 8 square will give us that will give us 64, because minus 8 times minus 8 will give us positive 64. So the cube root of 64 is going to give us 4. So you see that the two values, the two results are correct for that expression. So that tells us that when we are solving a question like this, we need to be very careful so as not to make mistakes. That means equation like this, exponent values or equation like this will always result to two special exponential values. Now take note of that. This is exactly what I have for you today. I hope you do enjoy the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more simplified mathematics. Share this with your friends and colleagues, and also hit the bell icon so as to get notified when we upload new content, mathematics content. Thanks so much for watching.